The Wendy Williams Show. And now, here's our special guest hosts, Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkos.
Let's do it together this time.
1, 2, 3.
How you doing? All right, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Is finally free and she's ready for marriage. According to Us Weekly, she doesn't want a prenup. Is this a wise move?
No, I don't think it's a wise move. She's got, whatever, $60–70 million. And based on history, it's probably a good bet that, well, there's a possibility that things won't work out long term. So having a prenup is always a good idea. And I say that as a lawyer, and if you need a lawyer, call Jerry at...
You know, what I don't get with Britney, and listen, you know, she got out of a terrible situation after so many years, but when you finally become free, why do you want to rush into such a commitment? Why do you want to run back into something where now you got to answer to somebody else? I don't get that.
Okay.
You know,
I'll just give it an opposing point of view. Is I don't know whether it's not my business whether she should get married or not get married, but part of the deal of getting out of that conservatorship is that she is now recognized as a grown-up, and she should be able to make her own decisions. So, you know, and secondly, when you're married, that's not, no one's the boss. You have a partnership.
No, that's
you
not.
do what you want.
I mean, come on,
It
there's
is.
always a boss.
Yeah.
Mine's sitting right over there, so I know.
Yeah.
But, you know...
My marriage is 51-49. And she's got the 50.
So it might as well be 99-1. That's all that means. No, but, you know, I say... We all take advice. You know, I'm 57 years old, and I take advice from my wife. I take advice from Jerry. Like, he's helped me throughout the years. I listen to my lawyers, my agent. So no matter what age you are, you still seek advice. And I think coming out of this, where she's been under so much duress, it's good to get somebody to say, hey, you know, slow down, take things a little slower now that you have your freedom.
Right. Okay. Okay. But would you be clapping if it was a 40-year-old person who didn't have a conservatorship and she's in love with this person and he's in love with her and they decide, gee, we would like to be married, live together, whatever? In other words, if we say she should be free, then let her have her freedom. Not that the very first day she's free be saying, well, we don't think you ought to do that.
She's not going to listen to anybody anyway, so
that's
you know.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Now, Angelina Jolie is a strict parent, and she reportedly wants to meet her kids' friends and their parents before they hang out. If she doesn't approve, she cancels their hangouts. Is Angelina being a little too overprotective?
No. First of all, in today's world, as a parent or a grandparent, I think you have to know who your kids are hanging out with, where they're going, and you know what? And the kids aren't going to like it, and they're going to say, "Oh, come on, the other kids are together." Well, the kid will learn early in life that there are rules that sometimes you don't want to have to obey, but you got to obey. But particularly if you're a celebrity, not knowing where your kids are in today's crazy world, I'm just saying you should know where your kids are all the time. Once they're 18, they're on their own.
Well, I'll just say this. You know, when your kids are small, a lot of times you become friends with your kids' friends' parents, right? Yep. And I don't think it's a bad idea to be friends with Angelina Jolie, right? So, like, I'm okay with that,
I agree with that. And I remember the moment when
Except I'm glad that she's still not married to Brad Pitt, because then I'd be in trouble.
My celebrity memory is that I met Angelina Jolie. Oh, put your pens away. No, I was in England, and I was getting on the elevator, and she was getting on and turned around and says, "Jerry Springer," and then I was so taken that I was supposed to get off at the 4th floor, but I kept going up. That's my only memory. By the way, the relationship ended on the 7th floor. It was over. It was 7. You're out of here. Anyway. Reality star Tami Roman made a shocking offer to her husband, Reggie. Yeah. Instead of surrogacy, she offered to separate and allow him to find another woman to have a baby with. And once the baby is born, they would get back together again. That was the deal. Steve, what do you think about that?
This is craziness, right? You know, between doing Jerry's show for all those years and doing my show, when everybody talks about threesomes, oh, we were going to have a threesome. Well, that sounds like a good idea, and maybe when you consume the few alcoholic drinks, but then when you wake up the next day after it happened, you're like, man, that was a bad idea. And the same thing goes for this idea.
Shame on you. Yeah. No, well, the thing that strikes me about it, on that kind of an arrangement, it's bad for the kid. I mean, you're bringing a child into... Look, sometimes in today's world, whatever, a child grows up and the family has difficulties and maybe there's split-ups, divorces, whatever. But to start out, you're going to, in a sense, create a child, bring the child into the world knowing right away that the father's going to be over here, the mother's going to be with another, there's going to be some conflict in the family. Inevitably, there is going to be when you create the situation ahead of time. You know, what they should decide is if he really wants to have a child, because he doesn't have a kid yet, and he really wants it, and he can't have it with her, then maybe that's not the perfect relationship right now. We all deal with relationships that if it's not the right time, then it doesn't work. Timing is everything. So I say no. 2-1.
I thought I was listening to his final thought.
Yeah. Take care of yourself and each other.
The trailer for the upcoming Pam and Tommy Lee sex tape miniseries was just released. We have a sneak peek. Take a look.
Damn, it's so private. It's like we're seeing something we're not supposed to be seeing, which is kind of what makes it so hot. If this thing ever got out.
Every second that passes, this tape could be spreading.
Baby, we will get it back. It's not a big deal to me. I'm on that tape, same as you.
No, not like me or not.
Here we go.
What the hell is this?
Oh, wow. I tell you, the first thing that just struck me watching this is it's incredible how much they look alike, Pam and Tommy. Yeah. But, well, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, when this happened, and, you know, when you forget about what big stories happened in the middle of the 90s, and when this happened, it was huge. Sure. And this was, like, I remember, because, you know, the Paris Hilton tape came out, the Kim Kardashian tape came out. This was the first big sex tape that came out. And it was interesting and exciting, the fact that you see, you know, two very famous people and one very good-looking person having sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Pam Anderson's not bad either.
Yeah. I heard it coming out. Oh, okay. But yeah, you're right. The tape didn't make her famous. She was already.
They both were famous.
Very well. I happen to have. I was on her. She had a show. What was it called?
VIP.
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 Yeah, well, she was a like a detective, a security guard. Oh. That's as close as I got, guys.
Look at.
She was very nice.
Look at all the run-ins with all these beautiful women. Every beautiful woman we've mentioned on this show so far, you've been with. I mean,
No. She has no memory of it, trust me. No, she was very nice, and that's all I know.
Pam and Tommy premieres February 2nd on Hulu.
A Las Vegas company is offering private jet rides so customers can join the Mile High Club. Now, this is true. For $995, you can book a 45-minute flight. That means you got to work fast. The jet also has a bed with red satin sheets. What? Would you, not now, but when you were younger, would you book a flight?
You know, to me, the whole concept of the Mile High Club was taking a risk, right? Not you're on a private jet and nobody's looking or could get caught. You know, it was sneaking into the bathroom on a commercial jet and hoping nobody saw you go in or saw you go out. You know.
I'll see all of you in church on Sunday.
I mean, are you really going to get into this sex jet and not look at those sheets and say, am I laying on those?
Yeah. Yeah, who was here before? Yeah.
Come on.
And I don't know what the guy's doing as a business, because I can tell you, $995, the fuel for the jet is $2,000 an hour. So he's losing $1,000. What kind of a businessman is this? Keep your eye on the ball.
Rich people's problems.
Yeah. You think you got problems. Oi.
Okay, it's time for the Royal Report. Hit it!
Oh, gosh, I remember.
Here with the dish is host of the Naughty But Nice podcast, Rob Shutter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Springer and Steve. Jerry. Hello, Steve, too.
It's really nice meeting you.
We were a lot on even in England.
Yes, indeed, yeah. I watched you over there, both of you, and now here with all this royal news on Meghan
Tell us about
and Harry.
it.
So breaking news, it looks like they're not going home for Christmas. This is a big deal in the royal world. So this is the first Christmas the Queen has had without her dear husband, Prince Philip, passed away earlier this year.
And also, she's been having health problems.
Not been well, so
recently.
she was in hospital. We don't know how long she was in hospital for, a day, 2 days. So it's a big Christmas for the Queen. We should also point out she is 95 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know. So they've invited Meghan and Harry over for Christmas, and it doesn't look as if they are going to be going this year. Some people think this is a terrible mistake. The Queen has still not met little Lilibet, her great-granddaughter. And so let me ask you, what do you think? Should she go? Should the couple go over and visit Queen Elizabeth?
Well, obviously, it's not my business, but yeah, I think it's just, taking away the fact that they're the royal family, just in general, if, you know, if your grandmother is 95 years old and she hasn't seen the grandchild yet, or the great-grandchild yet, well, yeah, and it's not like they can't afford it.
They can afford it.
So I would...
Steve, you don't look so sure.
Well, you know, the thing is, they've kind of made such a mess, Harry and Meghan, out of this whole situation, right? And my thing is, they have their own family now. They got 2 children, and Christmas is, you're creating memories, right? Not so much for yourself, but you're creating for your kids. And how wonderful is a memory going to be if they go back to England right now? And, you know, they're not very popular over there.
It's true. It's an awkward dinner, let's put it like that.
Yeah.
The whole family's going to be there.
And it's strange, because even between William and Harry, it's very strange.
It's very awkward, and they did the big Oprah interview. So friends of the couple are saying the reason they're not going back is they don't want a media circus. However, this is not exactly a shy couple. They do enjoy publicity. We said they did the Oprah interview.
I think they love it.
So it might be a little bit more that it's just going to be awkward. But once again, the Queen is 95 years old. So.
Well,
I would go over for her. But, you know, Meghan and Harry have gotten, particularly, well, you know, the tabloids in Britain, they are really rough compared to American tabloids.
They're pretty tough. And this next story, I think, is a real indication of that. So Meghan is still fighting with her dad. Back in February, Meghan actually won a really serious law case, a lawsuit against a British tabloid that published a letter, a private letter that she wrote to her dad, titled Daddy, where she really begged him, please, Daddy, come to me, don't go to the press.
But which it turns out now, their secretary, I believe, says she meant for that letter to be leaked.
She thought that it could be leaked.
Yeah.
A slight difference there.
Well, I don't know if she thought. I think she wanted that leaked. But when it comes down to it, I'll say this, just as a father, right? Nobody, I would think that no father wants to be estranged from their daughter. And, you know, it's a hard, like, you think of this situation that they've been put in, you know, his daughter marrying into this royal family, the nonstop media coverage. That'd be hard for anybody to deal with.
Right.
And it's a shame that they're, you know, not spending time together as a family, between Harry and his family and her and, you know, her and her family.
It's tricky, isn't it? We actually have a text. So we have a text that Meghan sent to a senior employee at the palace, and it said, the catalyst for me doing this, sending the letter, was seeing how much pain it was causing Harry. Even this week, his dad, Prince Charles, is endlessly explaining the situation and seemed to forget the context, and they revert to the following quote, can't she just go and see him and make this stop? Clearly, he's not stopped. He's still talking about this, and now there might even be a legal implication about this. The royal family are very, very worried and have asked for legal counsel about The Crown, which is a show on Netflix that documents the royal family. Should they have a private life?
Times have changed, and back when the monarchy was everything, then obviously they could demand their privacy and get it. But in today's world, not just with today's media, but the fact that with the democracy, 50% of the British people aren't in favor of the monarchy. And so why should you have all these special privileges, have this incredible amount of wealth? So, and there is, let's not gloss over it, there is a reaction to Meghan because she is African-American, and in the royal family, that was like something you whispered about, and she is facing that in London. Not so much, obviously not in America, but she is facing that over there. So I don't know, we can totally be inside her head and in Harry's head. It's about how she's like the unwanted child, the unwanted relative.
Yeah, it's a very...
So it isn't just that she's snubbing them. She's got feelings too, so I'm not...
And they've got a really busy plate. They've signed a deal with Netflix to make some television programs. We know what you
They certainly didn't move to the United States and kept a low profile and want total privacy. I mean, that's not the case here. So I do seem like they thrive on the publicity. They want to be out there.
They offered us a show.
Hey, listen, we're both in the public eye now. Yeah. And I'll say this, when you accept that, when you accept the money and the fame, you're not going to get the same level of privacy that regular people that do, like when I was a cop, I had a lot of privacy. Nobody cared about me or nobody wanted to know about me. But now that I have a TV show, but you give that up in the sense of, when you go out in public, people are nice to you. You don't have to wait for a table. You get special treatment. So then you can't beef about, oh, well, my privacy's being invaded.
They got $150 million too.
Hey,
okay, it's 2-2.
Rob, tell us about your book.
I got a new book. I wrote a book. Can you believe this? A book. I know, Jerry. Thank you, my friend. If I knew it was going to be such a success, I would have checked my spelling better. I think you might be in there, Jerry. There might be a quote. Full of celebrity quotes. It's called The 4-Word Answer, and it asks...
Do you have an index
so
I can find it right away?
No, it's too dangerous.
Oh, so
Who
I gotta read the thing.
You have to read the whole thing, Jerry. I'll read
my...
it for you. Who are you in 4 words? So I've worked with some of the biggest stars in the world, J-Lo, Diddy, and every successful person I've ever met can tell you who they are in just 4 words. I'm going to teach you how to figure out what your 4 words are in this book, The 4-Word Answer. 4 words.
Really?
I definitely need this. Well, Rob, thanks for being here.
I know my 4 words. You want how much?
So for more info on Rob's book, go to wendyshow.com.